When I was in high school, Vanilla Ice, MC Hammer was the thing. I'd be like, hey, come on, man, check out my Ultravox tape. And yeah, I said tape. So when I hear about a group talking about the influences, I go, man, I'd love to look through these guys' record collection. If I did, what would I find in there? What are the gems?
Yeah, you said Ultravox and
yeah.
Heaven 17 and
nice.
Depeche Mode and Smiths. So.
Yeah, you guys all into that stuff? And I'm assuming you're into vinyl as well, because I noticed on the website you're selling a nice colored 10-inch single, which is very cool.
I think vinyl preserves a great sound, so it's cool.
Absolutely. And Tyler, I was watching a clip,
yeah.
I think it was in the Netherlands, where you actually fell off the stage. It looked like you got hurt, but you got right back up as if nothing happened. Now, were you okay, or were you just playing through the pain?
We were in Holland, and I was doing what I normally do, and I fell off, and my teeth were my cushion and hit the barrier. So I broke all these teeth, these front four, and we rushed to the dentist that night, and he glued them in, and I turned into like an 8-year-old that just wanted a mom. But so that whole month we continued the tour, but after the fall, actually, I got right back up and finished the set because we still had 3 songs, but I had blood spewing, and it was like an Iggy Pop, Marilyn Manson.
And you kind of have that mindset as a band when you're putting the album together? Are you piecing it? Because I love, that's the thing that I think gets lost with today's music and all the downloading is some of the kids are losing out on the art of sitting down and listening to an album from front to back, and it flows and there's a theme. And so are you kind of thinking that way when you're putting it together? This would be perfect to close it out.
I think all of us have a reverence for track listing and for an album, and we have our favorite albums, and as much as we need to keep with the times and realize that maybe it's a singles generation now and people are downloading and making their own mixtapes and putting their own order on it, I think we still want to make sure that we make albums that have credibility and that you don't have to skip songs, and I feel we did that in our first record.
How's the tour been going overall? I'm sure it's the same with, and bands get asked this all the time, but I'll ask anyway. Either you get to check anything out when you're on tour, or is it just pretty much city to city, check in, it's late, you don't really hang out?
A lot of it is that, but we got to check out the Taco John's and the rest of the street. But we get random days off in certain cities, and it's fun. So a lot of people think it's like, oh, it's just a vacation, and you'll get to go to Disneyland and see this and Six Flags. And it's not too often to get to do that. But part of it.
Was in Orlando.
There was a show in Orlando that we got 3 hours to have front of line privileges at Universal, and so we got to go to Harry Potter and all that.
What was your favorite ride? Did you have a favorite?
I liked the Twin Dragons.
Yeah.
The trouble is that you're not, as a normal, like, just park goer, you get a break in between rides because you're waiting in line, but we just went from one to another, and so I think we were all sick.
Well, unfortunately, it was like the new Harry Potter ride, too, that we saved for last, and we all got off of it just pale, and
we hated it.
I get motion sickness, so the rides where you're just staring at a screen.
That's not the ride for you, because you're actually moving and staring at a screen.
Oh, no, I don't think I could do that one. I'm really a baby when it comes to roller coasters.
To go back to your question about beer, though, I guess my favorite would be the butter beer. Harry Potter Land. Which is basically just, a high-end cream soda.
Yeah.
But, you got to experience it, people.
Be done soon.
Does anybody in the audience have a question?
I was just going to ask that if anyone has a question, could they raise their hand and maybe a question for the band?
Don't be bashful.
In the back?
I know you guys are touring with the Limo Snacks.
Yeah.
How did you get hooked up with them? I love them.
Cool. We kind of became fans of them over the last couple months. They're called the Limousines, and they're a really cool up-and-coming band. And I think last year we were the up-and-coming band, and so I think it's cool to be able to give bands that we think are unique and cool and kind of hitting a point where they might get popular, to give them a chance. And they're really nice guys too. So we're excited. It's gonna be a fun lineup. So that's gonna be on our headlining tour and starts in May, and hopefully we get back here. So.
Anyone else?
You mentioned Roy Orbison and Elvis Presley. Is there a favorite song by those artists, and do you do a cover for us?
Do a cover?
I really want to cover I Drove All Night by Roy Orbison. That is by far my favorite song of his.
There's a ballad called "It's Over" by Roy Orbison that he hits this incredibly beautiful high note at the end, and we watched a live in concert from Australia back in what was it, the 50s of him doing it.
That's probably like early 60s.
Yeah, and it was, I was smitten, and I think we've really become. You have to love the old standards and classics and the things that maybe our icons growing up learned from, and I think that it's important to appreciate those things. So.
Yeah, well, there's that saying of you don't want to drink downstream, you know, so why, you know, go to the source, and so I think that's what we've done, you know, and so it's very good.
Back corner here.
I love new music, and I was just wondering, for each of you, what new music you're listening to right now.
Cool. All right. Well, we did just hit up the record store, and I picked up the new album by Peter, Bjorn, and John, which is called Second Chance. And then I also got the new Strokes record, Angles.
The last band I got into is a band called Mirrors, and if you go on MySpace, there's like 4 bands called Mirrors, so it's kind of hard to find this particular one, but it's kind of I'm not sure if you're familiar with the Futureheads, but they sound kind of like a new wave electronic version of the Futureheads. They're really cool.
There's I suggest there's a band called Twin Shadow, and it's really smooth and beautiful.
Here we go again. I kinda wanna be more than friends, so take it easy on me. I'm afraid you're never satisfied. Here we go again. We're sick like animals, we play pretend. You're just a cannibal, and I'm afraid I won't get out alive. No, I won't sleep tonight.